Welcome to Test Day on the second day of the West Test here in Perth, Australia. 7 for 67 in pursuit of India's score of 150. Mitchell Starc and Alex Carey, the not-out batsmen. Here's the action from the first session. Day one recap, it was full of action, it was fascinating cricket, and it is evenly poised, maybe even India on top at the moment. It's day two here at the Perth Stadium. Pat Cummins, big smile on his face there. He's always a positive thinker. He's got his work cut out now to get his Australian side fired up. Jasprit Bumrah on the other hand, it's all smiles in the Indian camp. So beautifully led by the right arm marksman. He did the damage, having won the toss. Decided to bat first, a courageous decision. Bowled out for 150. Hazelwood, brilliant. Marsh contributed. Starc was outstanding, perhaps the best rhythm we've seen from him for a number of years. And the tail in green, it's a sorry tale for the Australians. They're 83 runs in deficit. They've got some serious work to do in this first session. Day two here in the beautiful city of Perth. Nice taking single from Carey just to get Australia underway.
What's good to see is also Carey showing confidence in Starc by taking that single first ball, saying, listen, if we have to add another 40-50 runs here, I need your support. I need you to be confident. You're totally capable of getting those runs. We've seen that in the past. Let's both bide our time initially and see how it goes.
Well, there's a lot of gaps. Square leg on the boundary. A couple of points now going to extra cover. There's two third men down on the boundaries. A fine one and a wide one. Backward point.
So very positive of minds, Alex Carey. Second ball he faces, tries to blaze away a little bit. Taken straight away. Too good. Brilliance from Bumrah. It's 5 in the first test. What a way to start a series. It's his 11th in Test match cricket. He's dominating Australia at the moment.
It's amazing how great fast bowlers have a connect with the Perth pitch. And to take 5 here and a wicket first ball right on the money. Absolutely leading from the front here, Jasprit Bumrah. 5 for 17.
Well, 10.1 overs, I don't think you can get any better. It's just been a pleasure to watch. Just an extra bit of bounce. The outside edge is found. It's a simple one for Rishabh Pant, and the perfect start for India here at the Perth Stadium on day two. Well, fundamentally, Gilly, we're in the entertainment business. And you can't tell me that anyone was missing any deliveries yesterday.
No one was going round the corner in a hurry.
No, I think I know who's going to be bowling when Rana comes out the bat.
Nice little exchange. The heat is on.
I'll bowl faster than you, Harshit. I'll bowl faster than you. I've got a long memory.
Nathan Lyon, nice punch through backward point region. It's going to pull up, is it? Great desperation. It was ready down there.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Nathan Lyon. He just uses the pace and just glides it. Goes it right under his eye line. Every run for Australia.
Fun little exchange between Rana and Starc, teammates in the IPL. They were. Who knows what happens in the next 2 nights? Who ends where, the IPL auction coming up?
They change so quickly there.
They do, don't they?
Just a question for both you gentlemen here. Batsman, do you think this pitch will improve for batting or be at its best for batting, or we've passed that stage?
I think the characteristics are just going to stay right throughout the duration of this game. There's the really hot weather. It's a bit warmer today, 3 or 4 degrees already, warmer than the maximum yesterday, but the cracks won't open up. I think it's going to remain compact, but that pace and bounce and just movement will remain. Takes it on and just falls short, so Stark will get through for a single.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the surface and there's a few cracks arriving. Not the old whacker cracks, but I can't imagine that we're ever going to see a shirt front or it becomes flat. I think there's always going to be something there. No doubt it's going to be a new ball. First 20, 30 overs when the Kookaburra balls rock hard. It's going to do plenty. If you have the skill and the mental capacity to get through that, well, you might have a chance as a batter.
He's done well there to get out of the way.
Fiery stuff. Since the 1970s, I've just been handed a slip of paper from Laurie Colliver. Just in tests in Australia for bowlers, minimum 8 tests who have 35 or more wickets in Australia. So Richard Hadley played 12 tests, picked up 77 wickets at 17. He did like it over here. Bumrah's in his 8 tests 37, nearly had 38 just there, and you suspect it's not far away. At 18, Curtly Ambrose, 14 test matches, 78 wickets. At 19,
And the big Curtly getting 7 for 1 over the river.
across the river there.
Yeah. I think Junior was in his back pocket there, wasn't he?
He was. And he wasn't Robinson Crusoe either. So that's the company that we're observing.
I mean, you look here, and Australia are desperate to try and find a few boundaries to get that scoreboard ticking, but you kind of look around and think where they're going to come from.
Glove taken. So it's 2 now for Rana. Wonderful support role he is playing. KL Rahul gratefully accepts another catch in the innings, and India are cheering. And they are right on top. 9 down Australia.
Right, follows him. Ball nips back, and Nathan Lyon gets himself in an awkward position. Nice simple one for KL Rahul. He knows that he'll have to walk out of bat soon, but Rana, he's been excellent on his debut. Lyon, he goes for 5. The Aussies, 9 for 79.
Virat Kohli was very interested, the bowler not so much.
And generally end of day 2, day 3 is the best time to bat, generally in Australia as a whole. We've seen time again here in Perth is that the wicket actually cracks. You know, it's hot today, it's going to be hot tomorrow. You see a no ball there by Rana. That's the challenge that the Australians are going to face. If they can't get early wickets today, India bat big, it's going to be a tough run chase.
As Wood opens his account. Round by Pant. Got hands on the leg by. So can the Australian top order do anything differently when they get a second opportunity? Takes on the short ball. Hurry through for a single. Stark needs to start accelerating, and he does eventually. Good work backward square. Tish. Oh, Part moved late. It was tough because it was shaping to leg. It would have been best test figures for Bumrah. It's a handy boundary in a tight match for the Aussies. After 37, Australia 9 for 87.
This is a brute of a ball, guys, isn't it? It's the angle in, I think, and it's probably left the batter off the deck. No, maybe not. It was over the top of the middle. And punts moved late. It climbed as well. Wow.
Just watching him live, Kerry, obviously that was edge, but every time this morning the ball has passed the outside edge, without the edge, it still moves extensively late past the batter.
What you can't see there is, yes, Pant, we say he hasn't moved. He's very tight there. He's almost behind the batter. But as you see the ball, as he's nicked it, the ball's actually swung away from Rishabh Pant. And as a first slip, you see the keeper diving, you move out the way. You don't have time to react, to go back and go, I should have caught that.
Takes him on and makes good contact, Mitchell Starc. Away the leg side off Rana. Much needed runs for the home side. Starc moves to second top scorer now.
These are valuable runs late in the order. Deficit is shrinking. It's the right way to play Mitchell Starc. He's got a ferret at the other end. So you need to hit boundaries.
A ferret?
Yeah, ferret. They go in after the rabbits.
Haven't heard that one,
No,
Kerry.
no, that's a ferret.
Yeah, Martin averages 2.36 with the bat in his test career for New Zealand.
I think he got bowled over 50% of his test dismissals.
Here's the bat tracker. You can see red is power. Such a fluent striker of the ball, Mitchell Starc.
Yeah.
Ball coming out at 121.
Just like his big golf swing.
There's the halo view. Love this.
Oh.
Is he long off the tee?
Yeah, he hits a big ball. Big levers. Big levers. Doesn't usually use the driver much. Uses his driving iron. Definitely goes further than our drivers.
Really well played by Mitchell Starc. Retains the strike. To 39, Australia 9 for 93. Oh, right into the helmet. He ducked Mitchell Starc and it collected him fair and square. Rana showing some concern. Starc immediately saying he's okay. He'll be checked out. Thanks, boys, all good, he says.
That's his mentor at KKR, isn't it? Mitchell Starc and Harshit Rana. He showed concern the moment he ducked into it.
Yeah. Now he's got hold of this one, not as much as you'd have liked to, but it comes down to earth, not in somebody's hand, so he'll be okay with that.
Yeah, right in the gap, Mitchell Starc, between sort of deep mid on and mid wicket. He hits a lot of sixes to cow corner, Mitchell Starc. That's where he's eyeing off.
I think only a couple of times in Test cricket he's batted as many deliveries as this.
I think what you need to do, you need a combination of guys who are going to stick in there, and then you need guys who are going to attack.
Oops. Yeah, he had a good series against England. He got a couple of hundreds there, but struggled before against South Africa. Struggled a little bit in the home season just now. Oops. Oops, that one's on the right shoulder. He's already been flattened on the helmet once.
Wasn't far away from the helmet, too, just ducking almost into it. Big, tall lad. It's sometimes hard for the taller guys to get underneath.
No, they'll have to hurry. It's about to say it's been a long time with number 11 in, and you don't have the running being held to skelter. 98 for 9.
I think Boomer will be disappointed with this. Got to have awareness in the field. Last ball of the over, you've got to expect Stark to try and get a single. Just made it. Jarrell's the man. Should have been just closing in a little bit tighter. Ooh.
Yeah, it was on the cards. He got a leg slip in too, but he survives that one too. And Australia still have the 9s on the board after 45 overs. 9 down for 99. There it is.
Too easy, isn't it?
Way too easy. Stark will keep strike. And it's 9 down for 102, Australia. They could be batting till tea time for all that you know. They'll come back. Or no, they won't. They'll just take a single. Oh, straight up. Do we have a wicket at last? Keeper's call for it. And he takes it. And so it will, in fact, be lunch. Harshit Rana comes back, picks up a wicket, a third wicket on debut. Finally, this is what AB's been talking about for such a long time. Gets Stark to play a big shot. He goes for the big shot. He's gone for 26. And Australia finally bowled out for 104 and give India a lead of 46.
Yeah, it's a very handy lead too for India. It's a good job from Mitchell Stark. Going for the big one. Thick outside edge, straight up in there, and good to see the wicketkeeper, Rishabh Pant, taking responsibility. Shooing everyone out of the way. I've got it, I've got the gloves on. Safe underneath the high ball. It's been an excellent performance from India. Bowl Australia out. Just 104. Jasprit Bumrah was the star, picking up 5 wickets. It was unplayable at various stages.
Stark top scorer with 26, Alex Carey 21, but before that, really not very much. Bumrah the star, 5 for 30 from 18 overs. Siraj 2 for 20 from 13. Again, very good economy rate. Rana might have conceded a few, but he got 3 wickets. 3 for 48, very, very impressive on debut. Really not too much that you can conclude from the 5 overs that Nitish Reddy and Washington Sundar bowled. But look at the partnership, 79 to 104. That was the biggest of the innings.
I'm gonna go to the island for a few days. Do you guys want to come?
You never know when you're gonna be stuck in the middle of nowhere. Like a terrifying situation with no one to save you, no one to even hear you scream, and you need to fight for your life.
You know what's great, though? Women, when they band together.
Blink Twice. Rent it now on Foxtel Store.
Well, that's a great session for India, bowling Australia out for 104, a 46-run lead on the first innings. In the second session, they'll go out and try to advance that lead. Let's take a look at the highlights of the middle session on day 2.
Here we go.
Relief for the young man. I don't think there'll be any doubt about that one. First boundary. It's off the thigh pad. India will happily accept that. So too their fans. Just the noise will tell you. 6 without loss after 2. So for young players coming here for the first time, Ravi, it's a learning opportunity every time. And just talk often about footwork and foot movement and balance. It's very hard to be balanced when you're on the move, and particularly if you're trying to put the weight through the heel and not the whole of that foot.
Yeah, you end up being late on the shot. You need some more flex in that front knee. That should be what it should be, and then the bat should come through.
Ooh. Wow, that has raced across this outfield. At times it has been slowing up towards the boundary, but that has flown across the rope. 4 valuable runs.
That'll make him feel a lot better. Just drifting onto the pads, looking for that extra swing.
I think so, outside the line. A little bit of bat, maybe. Yeah, WA Day celebrations this weekend. Excellent from KL Rahul. And the previous delivery was looking to get forward, so that's positive signs. His mindset is in the right space. Nice, just weight transference. Not looking to overdo anything here, KL Rahul. Yeah, the story of Jaiswal and his rise to prominence in Indian cricket, it's quite an intriguing one. Humble beginnings.
Oh, very. And I mean, it's a story. It's a great story.
Oh, well played. Watched it really closely, late, and through the misfield. He's going to profit with an extra run. That's classy. That is a great stroke. Just arched his back. It wasn't a wide delivery by any stretch, but he created the width, and that is an area of strength for this young man.
That's a quality shot. He's really got on top of it. Played it late, played it to ground, very intentional. He's come off the toe of the bat. Towards the bottom end of the bat, but he was in total control there.
Beaten, Hazelwood. Good finish to the over. Tight test cricket after 10, India. 27 without loss. Oh, big swing and a miss. The first time he's really tempted. Gap is presented at cover. Nicely punched down the ground. There was no follow through, but it was sweetly timed by KL. Just break the game open a touch after a tight spell.
It's a beautiful shot. It really is. Shot of the day. This time it was full, but he watched it right onto the bat and just punched it. You know, your balance is good when you play that on drive, that straight on drive.
Yeah, he's nice and still there, Junior. We said it first innings. He just looked like he was on. Nice and compact. He's watched the ball right onto the bat there, right underneath his chin. And that's as good as an on drive that you'll see.
Pretty early though. It's only the 14th over for your fourth seamer to come on. Only 1 over from mid-start from that end. Just wonder sometimes, Michael, you've been captain 4 fast bowlers in the side. Does a bowler come up to you and say, I'll try that end, but I really don't like it. I'll bide my time. I'll come back to the other end?
Yeah, I don't mind that. It's just a gut instinct, and maybe Mitchell Stark has just said to the skipper, come on, I fancy the other end. It's a better end for me. And they've got Mitchell Marsh, who's just got a knack. He's got a habit of getting key wicket, particularly right-handers. We saw him get Jarrell in the first innings with one that just left the right-hander.
Plays the shot very well. And he's emboldened enough to play it now. It's a shot of authority, and we haven't seen too many of those in a day and a half in this test match.
Well, at 118 kilometres an hour, you can't drop it slightly short. No wonder the dancing in the stands.
Yeah, it's also a shot that means you're trusting the bounce, and you will trust the bounce on this surface. But you're right, just stood up. There been very few of those in this game.
Yeah, that's Just a short ball from Mitchell Marsh. Back home we call it a pie. It was a hit me. Not going to miss that opportunity. Carroll, who played well in the first innings, I thought he kind of held the end. Played with a lot of attrition.
Through the offside. Didn't quite come over the middle. They'll get 2.
I just wonder whether Pat Cummins will turn to the bouncer war soon. Through the air, there's nothing. There's not a great deal off the pitch in terms of seam. Such a big square of the wicket boundaries. Just play on the ego and just set the short ball through. I don't think he'll be far away. Many of the modern players duck and weave too many. They all like to take on the short stuff.
Well, the bouncer's here and the riposte is here too. Might have been waiting for it too, Michael.
Well, that awareness, anticipation, he read it out of the hand quickly. And he just knows there's a vacant space over the slip cord and he just glides it. Such a wonderful talent.
It's interesting, Davey Warner was here a little while ago. He said when the short ball came and he was always searching for the uppercut. It's a good shot to play for years and years, I think, till what? Till the 90s, 2000s? People didn't play the shot enough.
This kid is tough. Ravi was talking about his background where he hustled and sold food. He knows about toughness in life. Jaiswal.
It's an even better looking shot. This might head to the boundary too. Justin. On most grounds in the world, that's 4 anyway, but they'll get 3, and 50 comes up for India.
That's a brilliant shot. I noticed this morning, actually, usually the players go around the back to have throwdowns in the nets or face a few bowlers. Jaiswal was having throwdowns on the outfield, fully kitted, helmet on, pads on, and he was getting plenty thrown from someone throwing left arm, so clearly he was trying to prepare for Mitchell Starc, and he did it for about half an hour.
Yeah, the side arm throw?
No, it was just a
bowling.
No, just a left armer, just pinging balls at him on the outfield. The ball was sticking in the turf, and he just batted and batted. He put a stump behind him.
And there'll be runs. Welcome runs, because once again he's short. He's given space. India go 57 for no loss after 16.
Yeah, 27 have come off the last 4 overs. So, as Kerry mentioned, these 2 out in the middle, they can go up and down in the gears. And in the last 4 overs, they've had some hit-me balls, but you can just sense that their buzz and their kind of mindset and their positivity, with every run that's scored, India are growing.
Well, the sizzles come off the bat at the moment. It's a lovely shot, decisive footwork. That is the key. And Jaiswal's coming to his own here now. It's gone up to 32 India, 61 for no loss.
Well, 5 fours in the last 5 overs for India. And this is the pick. It's a glorious transfer of weight. This is the over. Just look at his foot movement. So precise, getting right back to that short of a length. Played it late on that occasion. Gets out of the way of the bouncer, just sways. And he tries to play a nice drive on length, and the last ball, just look at that. Davey Warner yesterday just analysed that foot movement. That was pretty much mid-air when he got out. Well, he's nicely balanced today.
He was in control of that, you've got to believe. Well done. Keeps it down to 3, but 3 more. And they're motoring along now, not looking in as much trouble as they were before. Gets up to 27.
Australia straining here. This very accomplished opening pair. KR Rahul just opens the bat face, runs it with impunity to third man. Lead stretching out to 114. 10 wickets in hand.
maybe early in the day, Michael, we said something interesting. You said if he gets 100 here, KL Rahul, or gets a 70 or an 80, he's opening the batting in Adelaide in your book. So who isn't? Jaiswal's looking all right.
Oh, Rohit, bat number 3.
Rohit. Oh well. When you have someone like Yashasvi Jaiswal, that shot's round the corner, except that I didn't imagine it played against Mitch Starc here at this giant of a stadium. But he's got the distance on that all right. Wow.
The cheat sheets would have said, don't get too straight to this young bloke. You'll go the distance. This is a terrific cricket shot. Mitch Starc just got a little too straight. And he's one of the best whippers in world cricket. Fantastic cricket from Yash Jaiswal.
Yeah, he's just working with the angle. It's a beautiful pickup. It's a big boundary out there. 1 bounce 4. Square leg goes back. Australia have got to turn to a bit of chin music.
There is that angle, and it just continues in with the seam.
Just haven't quite got the, you know, there's enough happening there, you know, passing the edge, and the luck isn't going the Aussies' way at the moment. But it's so close, that inside edge.
Yeah, I agree. There's enough happening there for the Aussies. Mitch Marsh was bowling from the other end. He beat the bat of Jaiswal a couple of times. Just got to hang in here.
It's full and worked nicely by Kyle Rahul. Nicely timed. They'll come back for a couple. We heard Nitish Reddy this morning talking about the fact he'd made 442 in an under-16s game. You hear so many remarkable stories, AB. This young man, Jaiswal, left as an 11-year-old without his family, moved from the country, moved to Mumbai. He moved into a small dairy where he was working. He was living in the dairy.
What, milking cows in the morning?
Oh, I'm not sure if he was milking cows. You've gone past my level of detail, AB.
Right, yeah, okay, sorry, I just...
But he was in the dairy and then was playing too much cricket, so they said, you're not working enough for us, so he got moved on from the dairy. This is 11 and 12 years of age in Mumbai, which is an enormous city. Starc facing KL Rahul. It's full, and again, it's worked away to the onside for a single.
And he's by himself, or has he got...
No, by himself, without family.
So he's 11?
11 years of age, and started, I think, one of the cricket grounds. He was living in a shed or a tent that was involved with the cricket ground. He was selling roadside snacks, the pani puri in India, the deep-fried snacks in that part of the world.
Yep.
Started playing in corporate games. There's a story that he would put wagers with rival coaches. So 100 rupee were put on offer, about $2. If they dismissed him, he'd hand over the same amount. But if he got them out with his leggies, they'd give him the amount. And he just worked his way up in that, you know, if you've been to Mumbai and seen the Maidans, those grounds where there's hundreds of games of cricket, he just backed his skills. And now he's the next big thing in Indian cricket, which is extraordinary, really.
That is just unbelievable.
At home, letting your 11-year-old Huss leave the country and go to the city to chase his fortune. It's quite extraordinary.
I'll say that's like MS Dhoni's got that type of background, hasn't he? Just living in a railway yard or something.
Jaiswal now with bat raised, defends on the offside.
And he went all right, so...
I think it's one thing that the Indian hierarchy or the BCCI has done really well. In the past, you had to have basically been in an area of privilege or come from the mainstream sort of big cities. But now they've spent a lot of money on getting out to the regional areas. They're obviously a huge population. Getting out to the regional areas and finding all the talent, bringing all the talent, giving everyone an opportunity. And this is the sort of result you can get if you can get out and find that amazing talent that they've got in India.
22 years of age. And he's playing a fine innings here in West Australia. Another single. Well, Hush, you've seen the IPL scenario time and time again where the tryouts are held, and describe that scene when people just come from everywhere.
Well, that's right. It's crazy. And they try and pick them from all corners of India. And they bring them in, and there's been some huge names. I think the Pandya brothers were found by the Mumbai Indians. Even Bumrah came from a more of a rural background as well, and they just got this ability to actually find them and bring them in, give them a trial, and then you just realise how good these guys can be. It's raw talent that needs to be refined and worked on, but you can see it's there, and they've got such a passion for the game as well. It's literally a religion over there.
Width and taken advantage of, sweetly timed. And Hazelwood comes around. He's got a brother as two, Yashasvi, to Jasvi Jaiswal, who's made his first-class debut in October. Called two immediately. Kale advises against a second. India looking to get through the first session of the match. Doesn't involve a wicket. One ball to achieve it. Dominant session for the tourists. Around the wicket, end of the over. Great session between lunch and tea for India. None for 84, Jaiswal 42, Rahul 34. The lead has blown out to 130. The tourists are well and truly in command.
This summer, catch every ball of the BBL. Anytime, anywhere. With Foxtel Go. Oh, brilliant catch! Whether you're on the tools or relaxing by the pool, never miss a moment with Foxtel Go.
This month on ESPN, the NBA is in full swing. Who's the biggest threat on the court?
What a time it is to be an NBA fan.
It's time to hit the ice.
Hockey is back.
On the gridiron, the pressure grows.
What a catch! Touchdown.
True grit is showing up in the NBL.
Simply incredible!
And the best face-off on the biggest stage.
Newly ranked contender, Carlos Ober.
This is November on ESPN.
India in a commanding position. No wickets down in their second innings. A lead of 130. Jaiswal and KL Rahul, they look in the mood. Let's head to the final session of day 2 here in the West Test.
Big session coming your way. To complete day 2, Cummins to Jaiswal full. And again, so correct as he moves on the front foot in defence. Beats him outside off stump. Across the body and a touch of seam movement away from Jaiswal. Good finish to the over from Cummins, none for 84. Outside leg, it looked from that line.
All I kept hearing about back in the day was the boundaries were actually to the actual fence, not to the ropes.
The second time in the session, Jaiswal beaten, this time sparring at Hazelwood. Into the 28th, none for 85. Short, tap round the corner for the easiest of singles.
That's the character of Mitchell Marsh.
Yes.
I think if you watch that test documentary, he's playing the drums and then JL walks in and does the old whoops.
That'll break the run of dots. Nicely timed, immediately called 2. I thought about 3, but Rahul wasn't interested. Not a great deal of urgency between the wickets. Eased around the corner to Mitchell Marsh for a single. 7th over since tea, just 7 runs as the Australians try to dry up the scoring. Cummins with a left-hander on strike, making some adjustments to the field. Trying to catch the eye of third man. Bringing him up. Backward square, 10 from the rope. Fine right on it. Full and dug out down the ground. Nicely timed by Jaiswal. They settle with 3 from the over. 33 overs completed. India none for 93. Time for a change in commentary. Up next, Adam Gilchrist, Ravi Shastri, and the Ashes winning captain, Michael Vaughan.
Mitch Marsh should clean that up. Just the single. Contrasting days, eh? Extraordinary turn in events.
Just wonder if the sting in the surface has disappeared. Or what you saw on day 1, and then even a little bit towards the end of the day's play yesterday. Yes, the ball is a little old now. Because the lateral movement has disappeared. Batsmen having a lot more time of the back foot to adapt and adjust.
Nathan Lyons just asking the umpire, Richard Kettenbury, if he can change the side screen at the other end. Oh, it's the advert.
Might be thirsty.
He's got his shades on. He shouldn't be dazzled by that.
I think the tactics clear here now with Lyon bowling without taking the risk of the big shot.
Yeah.
They'll want to just milk the bowling here. 3, 4 and over of Lyon. They'll be quite content with that.
Finally gets that run that he was looking for. To 97, the partnership. Oh, that is beauty. Too good. Yeah, everyone's shaking their head saying no one's at fault there. It's wide through the covers, and that roar is because the Indian crowd are loving this talented young man, Yashasvi Jaiswal. He picks up his 9th Test match 50. That is in partnership with 3 times going past the 100 mark. A lot of eyeballs on this series, a lot of eyes on this young man, and he's rising to the occasion in this, the opening Test match. Do it. 100 partnership up now too. So it's all momentum India at the minute.
Yeah, they're playing great. Playing with great discipline. They've got that spirit. And we saw that yesterday in the field when they bounced back from being bowled out for 150. It was the captain, Bumrah, that led that charge.
Oh, Hazelwood. He misses out. He certainly likes what he sees from around the wicket there. 39 overs complete. Lead of 147.
They'll take the run.
Maybe a run out. What's Marnus doing? Stuck his knee into the turf there.
It's going to hurt. Did just fall short. Khwaja's at slip. The general air of what could have been in that slip cordon.
Oh no, it's Perth. They're a long way back. It's a healthy nick. Just short.
That's catchable, that. You get a good look at it, you've got to move forward. You can have a bit of a look here. No, that's a catch. I'm putting that down as a catch.
Yeah. By your standards or anyone's standards?
No, anyone's standards. You know, you can see his weight's back. It had a long time to look at it.
Or anyone's standards?
No, anyone's standards. You know, you can see his weight's back. It had a long time to look at it. It went slowly.
Kerr Rowell wants a single, it's not there. Oh, better throw. Better throw. I think he was really struggling, Rowell, as he turned back. He'd done, what, 60% of the run. I think he was more than halfway down.
Well, that's 2 chances and 2 balls for Australia. It's a big mix-up.
No's a call.
It's always in it when someone's saying yes, 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 others saying no, no, no. There's a sorry that follows. Better throw, he was gone.
That's just sliding down. They won't go upstairs if they do it to waste. But yeah, new territory for Jaiswal, but part of his development as a test batsman. You know, not every game you're going to go out there and smack it around the park. There's other times where you're going to dig in. So he's shown a lot of patience so far. He's been out there 143 balls. Just going down. Maybe there is just a tad of reverse swing happening now.
Well, that second last ball, actually, I thought it was an in-swinger, like a genuine in-swinger, conventional swing, but I'm not convinced now. I think that could be a little bit reverse happening.
Right, the fielder's not going to get there. A boundary to break the shackles for Yashasvi Jaiswal. It's his first boundary since tea, and he will be overjoyed. Slightly slower bowler, I think that helped.
Just a bit of width. He's just been waiting for some width. He's been sitting on something out there that he can really throw his hands at. He's very powerful through that offside. Got enough width and it was slow enough that he could pounce on it. Got Brian Lara there in that back lift.
Shot. Just a little too full, but there's always a touch of elegance about KL Rahul. On most grounds, that's 4, here it'll be 3.
So for us, having the great Michael Kasperwitz, amazing teammate, great bowler, he would sweat in the freezer.
Onto the pads, just whipped, timed, placed.
Timed is the right word there, Howie. It's just a flick off the pads and it's gone all the way for 6. It's a big boundary out there too. Wow. Stark just getting the line wrong, sliding down the leg side and just helped on its way, used the pace. Wow, what a shot.
Just a regulation flick off the pads there, Huss.
Flowing square drive. Runs just starting to come now for India. Long chase, too much of a chase. 11 from the over. India starting to move. None for 126.
First boundary since tea for KL Rahul. Beautiful square drive. Just slightly over pitch from Mitchell Starc. He always looks to pitch the ball up. Looking for swing. He's a beautiful player. Coming across the pitch.
He's in it for a single. It's a fine 50. Well received from the Indians in the crowd. KL Rahul, he's 16th in Test cricket. The 50 full of real grit and effort. 800s to go with that. And it's a fine knock in a difficult situation when he came out to bat with Jaiswal.
It's been a very patient innings by KL Rahul. As I said, first innings looked very nice and compact, setting himself up for a big one and for the Indian team here.
Beats the outside edge on the big cut shot.
So as a batter, you think, you know, you're in the end of the day's play, runs could come, but you still got a world-class bowler and Pat Cummins coming on. And if you can get through it, I know that was a bit wide, but if you can get through this, you can almost put that nail in the coffin in the Australian fast bowler's first test.
Over the top of everyone. Before wides. Beats the field. Still only a single after it gets past Kawaji. In fact, they come back for 2. Good positive running.
Just Mitch Marsh can't quite do that. Doesn't have that height nor that probably 5 Ks more.
Work to be done in the outfield, sweetly timed. Hazelwood just crops after it. Slow outfield here the first couple of days. Nicely driven. And is it Marnus who's thrown himself on top of it there? Is there groups go out a need? Is it room service only in a test match? How do you approach that? Edge through the cord, and it's going India's way. 150's up, Jaiswal to 78.
Good ball again from Cummins. Catching the outside edge, but it's quite soft hands from Jaiswal, didn't carry. Right, how it's just been India's day. The little things have gone their way. The half chances that the Aussies haven't been able to hang on to.
He goes, and he goes big. It's very big. It's down into the blue army there. It's actually over their head. Jaiswal has shown patience early and he's just starting to loosen up.
And whatever, that pickle juice...
it's working.
Had a bit in it. He's massaged the arm, the physio, and he's just launched into it. He's been dying to do that all innings. Go after Nathan Lyon. Used his feet beautifully. The bat face just closed on him a bit. I think he's trying to go a bit straighter than that.
Oh, that's scurrying across the outfield. Too good for Nathan Lyon. It's leg byes, but it's 4 more runs to the total. The lead. That's up to 211.
They all count, don't they? These runs are precious.
Well, that ball seamed as well. I think in this session we've seen that. Look at that, it keeps a bit low.
The hottest conditions today you come across in Perth, but tomorrow we're up into the 30s. So Australia will be just hoping they can open the door 1, even 2. So tomorrow morning it's a different looking proposition, but 34 degrees we're expecting tomorrow here in the west.
Well, as a batting player now, you count down the balls, just 5 to go. Jaiswal's at the non-striker. He'll be more than happy to stay down the end for the remaining 5 deliveries.
Oh, what? Steepling bounce. It's a smile from the batter.
That's a little bit of zip there. Cross seam, was it? No, seam up.
I tell you what, they're not too bad, these. They're quite handy. Australia, over the course of a 5-match series, they might have to find a few overs.
Last ball, day 2. Marnus steaming in. And beautifully negotiated by KL Rahul. It's textbook stuff from the Indian opener. And he has played his role for his country in partnership with Jaiswal. 172 unbeaten opening stand. Virat Kohli will come and applaud his teammates. India started the day in a nice position. They're now controlling this test match. So there's the tail of the tape. Yesterday, all action, 17 wickets, and then today, quite the contrast. It's India, 172 without loss, 218 run lead. They are in the dominant position.